Yeah, I'd be flipping out too if I woke up to circumstances like that. You don't usually do things like that. Are you just stressing an awful lot? Have you checked your internet history? Like, if you were, I don't know, you could have been looking up some really neat things that you would never look up in conscious form. Let's see. What sorts of things would you be ashamed to look up normally? Well, you could have been watching heterosexual porn. There could have been recipes for using peanut butter. Endless way to shave your legs. Maybe you forgot how to spell Zizek and just couldn't figure out and Google was just not helping you. Oh, do share your top 5 Anglo-Saxon compound words. It's insanely dorky and thus utterly desirable. I remember Kenning's, word hoard was vocabulary and Wales Road was the sea. I mean, I know what a Kenning is. But you could have been... I sound like Beaker. You could have been describing them and defining them for our viewers. I am rather fond of compound words, too, and just how they came into existence. Like, how on earth does mixed random crap meat all get stuck into a tube and called a hot dog? I would like to explore today different ways in which people are dumb. Many of these... I'm gonna just prop my legs up on the wall. I don't think you can see this anyway. Nope. Let's look. Prop, 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 prop. And we're back. But yeah, in my seminar class, there are some of the dumbest people. We had people yesterday who were who were describing, they ran the class today in the discussion and talked about, they summed up the reading and then we did activities and whatnot about it. And they spent, 20 minutes going through the story and the characters and what happened. And there was this one character named Jacques. I just kept thinking, who is this character? Who is this character? They were mispronouncing the name Jacques. There are other examples, but it'll just turn too ranty if I do that, if I go into them all. But it just it makes me wonder. When I'm around people who are younger than me, it sounds belittling and patronizing, but I don't expect them to know as much as I do. And when I'm around people who are older than me, they may not necessarily be into the same sorts of intelligence and wisdom and knowledge that I look for, but they still know other things, like how to balance a checkbook or how to buy insurance, what a mortgage is. But when I go to a college, it's a clique of people who are supposed to be well-read, who are supposed to want to learn, who are supposed to be liberal. And it really irritates me when they're not. When they don't know how to pronounce a word that you'd think they'd have learned as a child, or when they think that cross-dressing could be accepted anywhere in the U.S. It's just a different type of clientele go to college. You could not go to college. You could become a mechanic, or go to a trade school, or sip crack by the poolside, I don't know. But people who come to college are people who come to learn more in order to, oftentimes, teach other people what they've been learning. And some of the people here just don't. On the upside, it's snowing again. That's why everything's white behind me. That's snow. Not whiteout conditions, but we're getting there. This morning it was just waving, everything was just winding around, it was just blowing around, but now it's actually snowing. I'm not sure how much we're supposed to get. I could look it up, but I'm not going to. It'll come in when it comes. Well, right. I wanted to tell you about my dream last night. I don't remember anything about it now. Okay, I remember the tiniest bit. The part that I actually woke up for. Because I woke up, and what I could remember of my dream was that, there was just something really wrong with my stomach. I don't remember if I had a disease or... I woke up thinking it was HIV, but that doesn't make sense. And so I wake up, And I'm thinking I have to get to my alarm clock. But if I roll over, my stomach's gonna fall out. There was 10 seconds of consciousness where I was terrified that my abdomen was just gonna go and pop off like Mr. Potato Head. Mr. Potato Belly. At any rate, I just got out of work and just showered and got dressed. I did put on deodorant, so I'm not falling behind, but I haven't had tea. And if I make some now, I will end up having to pee all through my 2 classes. So, yeah, I can't really take a pee break during them. So instead, we have an empty cup. Which does make me thirsty, so I'll probably end up making something anyway. Does that echo for you? I can hear it from me. Right. Enough of that. Cheers. When they don't know how to pronounce a word,